What is up, guys? Good morning. It is 8:30 in the morning and it is a Tuesday. So the markets, fuck me, that was loud. So the markets have been open now for a few hours. Well, they have only, but the European session has been open since 7 o'clock. It's been open for roughly an hour and a half. So what I'm going to do in today's video is purely just live trade review, go through the charts, see where things take me. But yeah, so I won't be talking a lot, which you'll be glad to hear. And I'll just be looking through the charts, explaining what I'm seeing, how I'm feeling about it, and what breakout and resistance lines I'm looking for to maybe make trades later on in the morning. But yeah, let's just get into it. Okay, so as you can see, I've got the screen set up like I did on yesterday's video. So if you haven't done that, haven't seen that, I'll just link it after the end of this video, just so you guys have an understanding of why I set it up this way. But yeah, let's just have a look through the charts, see what's going on. Aussie USD. So as you can see here, the Australian dollar has been really strong lately, but I'm not confident of where it's going. So as you can see here, it's broken up, it's got close, come down, it's just broken a resistance line. So let's just draw that on. Like it's just broken here. So I'm predicting that it's because you've got phase 1, phase 2, phase 1, phase 2, so it's hit line, it's just broken it, so it's either going to do this or it's going to hit there, or it's going to go in the opposite direction. So I'm going to wait on that one to see how it is. Let's make some notes and then move on. Alright, let's see what else we've got going. CAD Swiss. Again, as you can see, it's hit the resistance line. It's basically bang on it. So same again with the CAD Swiss. It's going sideways at the moment, so if it breaks it and carries on going, great, but it could also go the opposite direction. So I just want to see where the market goes with that trade. So I'm just going to leave that one alone. Euro CAD. Just saying a downwards trend on a 4-hour chart. Again, it's hitting some resistance here. It's kind of sideways on a daily. So unless it breaks this line, it might bounce back and then go up, or it might, come back through. Like it is above the 200 moving average, so it could be a long position. But we'll see what happens after a couple of days, I would say. I mean, we might have to do different strategies, maybe not 180 phase changes or T waves. We might have to do a lower time frame and just catch little moves, maybe use a 15-minute chart for the pit runner strategy. But I'm just going to wait out and see what happens, because as you can see on this chart here, we have a resistance line. Let's draw that on for you guys. Trend lines. Oh, not my line. So we haven't really got a lot of room to play with. Maybe if the price was up here, we could say, okay, well, it's gone past it before, it's hit it, come back, gone past it a smidge and then come back through. So maybe if the price is up here, then we could look in for another short position. But I know smart charts are saying this is good for another short because it hasn't hit the resistance line, but maybe it's a bit too close. It's one to keep an eye on. I'm going to just put that in my notes, Euro CAD. PC. Right. Possibly a good entry. I mean, there's not Not a lot to play with. I mean, it hasn't hit the resistance of the day yet. I mean, it could possibly reverse, but until it hits the support line, who knows? It's just too much of a risk to take that trade at the moment. We'll wait for the rest of the day to happen first. Euro CAD, try Euro Pound. Again, we're right at the resistance line. There's not a lot of room to play with. I mean, it could go lower or it could bounce back. As you can see on daily, we are hitting that bottom again. Just draw these lines in. Let me guys know in the comment box below if you like me drawing the trend lines in to make it easier to see, because obviously if you're not bothered, then what's going on there? If you're not bothered, then I'll just not do it, just because it's faster that video wise, and obviously you guys can see what's going on a lot more rather than watching me draw trend lines in. But I just want to make it so you can guys see when I say there's a support line here. I want to visually put that on screen so you guys can see what's going on. So I have got some room to play with. I mean, we have got 180 phase changes, go at 2 ring highs here, so it is a good signal to then go for the short position. But as you can see, the price is here and it was triggered here, so it's already gone past the triggering point, so we can leave that alone and we'll just watch that for the rest of the day. So it could bounce back, it might not, but that's just one to look at. Euro Kiwi, what's going on here? Okay, so on the daily it's not quite at the support line. I'll just show you here. Trend lines, horizontal. So this is our support line for the Kiwi. It's close. I mean, where is it going? It's saying, smart charts are saying it's a short, but the move has already happened on a 4-hour chart, so I won't be placing this. I mean, we could be looking at a long position after it bounces back, but I wouldn't be comfortable placing a trade where it's bounced at the bottom so much, and the likelihood of it hitting this mark is pretty slim, and I'll show you why. Oh, it's too much. Let me just zoom in on the screen, drawing tool, trend lines, horizontal line. So this is as low as it's gone. Obviously the take profit is just above. So if I was going to do this trade, I'd like to have my take profit probably here, just because I know it's broken through this point 3 times previously. But as you can see, the trade is already triggered and it's already too close to the daily support line. So the likelihood of this going lower isn't great. If it does, then it's something we could jump on the first phase 1, because at the moment it's just a sideways market, the Euro Kiwi. Let's just keep getting through. Euro USD, what's going on here? Again, sideways market, not really a lot we can do with this. I mean, the moving averages are quite close together, there's no real phases, it's quite choppy. No, don't like look at that, we leave that one alone. Pound Swiss. Bloody hell, it's just shot right up. So again, it's just broken through the daily resistance, so it'll be interesting to see where this one goes. I mean, it might shoot up, have a huge seller's bar and come back down. Let me just show you what I mean on the chart. Trend lines. So as you can see, it's just broken through the daily resistance. And I'll show you on the smaller time frame chart as well. So yeah, it's just broken through a huge seller's bar, so it's uncertain what can happen here. I mean, it could break through the sideways action. It could, what I'm looking for of it to, let me just draw this on the chart. Trend line, not drawing, freehand. Like if it breaks through here and then comes back down and then does this, then I'll be looking to trade around about the phase 1 where it comes back down, hits that what was resistance is now going to be the support line. That's when I'll be looking to make a long position again. All depends, just got to wait it out and be patient and not rush into trades. What was that? Pound Swiss, so pound Kiwi, what's going on? Pound Kiwi. Okay, so we're looking for long positions above the 200 period moving average. It's quite choppy. And it's already triggered. Well, it's not close to triggering. The moving averages are coming together and coming up. It's not giving me confidence, this trade, purely because this is the bottom. So let's just draw that on line. That is the support line. It's heading that way, so that's why it's been triggered, but the moving averages aren't opening. It doesn't look like it's going to continue to go down. It looks like it might bounce back up and hit this, but because of that uncertainty, I'm just going to leave that trade alone. Pound USD. 4-hour chart says it's going up. Trade has already been triggered. And as you can see, it's moving up towards, so there is room in this, but it's below the 200 moving average. So we are looking for more short positions, if I'm honest. I mean, it is at that resistance line up here on the daily, so it could fall back down. So maybe that's what we should look for later on in a day. So let's just put that on the daily. So this is the resistance line. As you can see, it's broken through, come back down through, so it might hit and then bounce back down. But we've got fewer news announcements happening soon. So yeah, I wouldn't be confident to place this trade just yet, just because it's so close to that daily resistance line. So we'll just wait and see what happens. Kiwi CAD. Very choppy. As you see, it's midway through the volatility. I mean, smart charts are saying it's going to go up, but then if you look at the lower time frame, the moving averages have come together, so it's quite uncertain between who's actually winning, the buyers or the sellers. It's very uncertain. Maybe you could use a volatility reversal, but again, as it's in the middle of the sideways market, you kind of want to take profits there. You don't really want to enter there, so we do want to enter there, but it's just uncertain at the moment. That market's just too sideways and no one really knows who's going to win, so we'll just leave that one alone. So New Zealand CAD, New Zealand Swiss. So this is a bullish trend, New Zealand Swiss, but as you can see, it is getting close to that daily resistance line. Have a look in a smaller time frame. Yeah. So we could be looking at a short position here if the right signal has been triggered. At the moment, it's saying it's going to go up, but as we can see here, it hasn't gone past this point. So this take profit point is pretty irrelevant. I mean, it might do it depending on what happens in the market, because you just never know. The banks might just want to buy everyone out and make all of us retail traders lose money because they're like that. But let's just draw this line in. So as you can see, this is our resistance line. It hasn't broken past this. Actually, on a daily, it hasn't broken past this in a while. So it might hit this and bounce back like it has done before. If it is, then we should look for a short position. But if it breaks through, then we could see the breakout, come the pull back down to the support line, and then might go up again. It might be a new trend, which would be quite exciting, because I can see it has been higher before. But we'll just see, because we'll see who's stronger. I don't think the Swiss franc is very strong at the moment, so to me it could break through. So I'll say the New Zealand dollar is stronger than the Swiss franc, so we could be looking at a long position if it breaks this resistance line and then pulls back to the support line. But we'll wait and see. New Zealand dollar, Swiss franc, New Zealand dollar, USD. Again, a lot of volatility going on here. No real certainty in any direction. I mean, it is near the trigger point, but there's no real phases, there's no real trend lines, it's just sideways market. So you could do a volatility reversal trade, but that's not what I know best, so I'm going to leave that one alone. What I'm looking for is clean trend lines, so it's either going up, it's either going down. I don't really like sideways market, that's not what I'm good at, it's not what I'm strong at, and every time I have tried to do a sideways market trade, I've lost, so I'm leaving them alone. So again, New Zealand dollar, USD, it's just too choppy, too sideways, there's no real market direction, and the price is in the middle of the resistance and support line, so there's no clean direction of where it could possibly go next. USD, Canadian dollar, what's going on here? Okay, so it's at the bottom, it's nearing the bottom of a support line for the daily chart, so let's just draw that on there. It's kind of difficult to see. Oh, one tool. So as you see here, it's nearing the bottom. It's just too close to call. I mean, we could be looking at a bounce back, but it's just not ideal to make us comfortable. I mean, let's just draw it on here as well, just so you can get a clean idea. Like you see here, it's hit here. If it's broken through and then come back, become support line, broken through, come back. So it could potentially do this. Drawing freehand. So it could. So as you see here, it's gone through, hit the support line, come up. It looks like it could hit the support line. It could do this, or it could carry on through. So we have to wait and see what happens. If it bounces back off the support line, then we could be going in for a long position and catch it on this move, like it has previously. But it could also break through like it has previously. So then this would just be a patient move, wait for it to play out and see what happens. That's USD, Canadian dollar, pound, yen. Again, it's already triggered the entry mark for this, but again, it is sideways. So it could be a good move because we're catching the phase. The likelihood of this going up is quite high because if you have a look, trend lines, horizontal line. This is the support line, so it's just bounced off the support line, it's come up again, and trend lines, horizontal line. It isn't anywhere near the resistance line, so the likelihood of this keep going up is quite good, but as you can see in the 4-hour chart, it has broken the entry point already, so we are a bit too late to this trade, but I'm sure more signals will come up and we could probably ride this in the next couple of days, but again, we just have to keep an eye on it and see what happens. Pound yen. New Zealand dollar, Japanese yen, what's going on here? Again, same sort of situation. This trade hasn't triggered though, but it is a bit high into the phase. So as you can see here, there's a support line is here at 63.690, and the resistance line is just looking at probably about 65.650 possibly, but it all depends on the setup. Maybe a lower time frame might be easier to trade this on, just because it is in the middle, but the moving averages are together, so there's no clean trend line within this sideways market. So I'll probably leave this one alone and see how it plays out until it gets to a support line or resistance line. Then we can make a decision whether it's going to carry on in that direction or bounce back, and then we can make a more educated decision. New Zealand dollar, Japanese yen. We're looking at Canadian Swiss. This is now on the daily. So as you can see, it is at the price at the moment is bang on the resistance line, so the likelihood of this continuing to go up is very unlikely. As you can see, it is below the 200 period moving average, so the likelihood of this bouncing back down is quite high. But until that happens, probably tomorrow morning we'll find out, because obviously this is a daily chart. Let's draw trend lines, horizontal line. So it is bang on the resistance lines. As you can see here, it's been choppy, hit the resistance line, come back down. So now it's hit the resistance line again. It might continue to go up and then pull back to that would be now support line and continue going. But until that happens, we won't be placing any trades on these currency pairs. So guys, that is how I analyze the charts to see what is going on. I might place trades later on today, but I just wanted to keep this video quick, short, informative for you of how I analyze charts, what I look for, and that's why I do the split chart test. So obviously I go into more details of why I do that on another video, which I'll leave a link below probably, or after this video. If you're still here, you're legends, give it a like. But yeah, that is really what I look for in the market. I'm not going to make any decisions just yet, just because they're not in the right positions. We still have to wait for opportunities to happen. Certain resistance and support lines need to be hit, and then the pullback to those resistance and support lines need to be hit after that, just so we can see the clean break. I don't want to trade on a trend line that's been going too long, so obviously everyone's going to be taking their profits. I really want to get on a trend line when it's maybe phase 1, phase 2, then I want to catch the next phase 1. I don't really want to be like 4 phase 1s down the line on the trend line, just because the likelihood of that continuing is very slim, so the sellers are going to start to win or lose depending on what direction the trend line is going. So yeah, I hope you found this informative guys. If you have, please give it a like, hit the subscribe button for more daily videos on me learning how to do Forex, and yeah, hopefully you liked it. Smash the subscribe, hit the like button. I'll see you in the next one.